2017 was an exciting yet troubled time for gaming, with exciting new releases and some controversies that rocked the industry. We've decided to step back from the past and look out to the future with Video Game Hour Live's most anticipated games of 2018. So, what would be your most anticipated game of 2018?
My anticipated game, if there's only one game that I'm going to play, which is most likely because of my busy schedule, it's The Last of Us Part 2.
Fire Emblem for the Switch.
God of War, the reboot of the God of War series.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
One Piece World Seeker.
Oh no. Oh god. I can't imagine it's going to be a happy story.
Oh no, it's not.
So we've been confirmed a game for Fire Emblem on the Switch.
Yeah, literally all the info we have is that it's a Fire Emblem game on the Switch.
Now, is it a reboot or is it some kind of sequel?
I believe it's a complete reboot where they're taking it from Greek mythology to Norse mythology. And, you know, just a whole new setting, a whole new cast.
One Piece World Seeker is an open world One Piece game being made by Namco Bandai, and it's gonna come out this year in 2018. And it looks insane. It's like they took Metal Gear Solid 5 and put One Piece in it. Because Luffy's just running around this island, he throws a barrel over himself, and then when he runs up to guards, he can either stealth them or go into attack mode, and then he can switch and go into like headshot mode. He pulls out his gum hand, and he just goes, pop! And he kills those motherfuckers.
The game has a lot of emotional standpoints, including the beginning, which really packs you to the punch, where you are in this world and you get what's happening. Nothing's happy, and the most littlest segments feels like there's hope, but then it shreds you apart when it gets to you.
Do you have any theories on what, the story is, what the characters are going to be?
Well, it's really impossible to predict any of those things.
Loving the new runic axe that he has, using that one weapon the whole time and just getting upgrades for it, different things it can do, I think is really cool.
I think we can assume that it's gonna be a main series Fire Emblem game. I'm hoping it'll follow more in the vein of what Fire Emblem Echoes did and kind of return more towards the weeaboo pandering.
I think it makes the gameplay feel really solidly in place, It'll be a fun time.
Well, I really do hope it is. So, it's going to different worlds based on Disney properties. So is it just Disney Infinity, but with a story?
Kind of. I mean, the other characters are really good too, like Sora and Riku and Kairi are really
the Final Fantasy rejects. What do you think that means in terms of a better story than the first, or is that possible to you?
Well,
it's
pop! He kills all of them!
Everything is about Ellie, and her story has an end.
So
he just switches back and forth, and he can just take headshots on opponents, and it's the coolest One Piece game we've ever seen.
They are not the Final Fantasy rejects.
I mean, there's a resemblance, isn't it? So
well, yeah, that was the idea. Final Fantasy and Disney, they got together and they're like, hey, let's make a game, and that's what they did, and it turned out to be one of the most awesome and unique series that needs to get its third main installment.
And maybe we'll get it.
Jose, you've been asking a lot of questions, but I want to know what you're looking forward to.
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm most excited for the Spider-Man game, Insomniac's Spider-Man, coming out on PS4 this year.
Who's Spider-Man?
Who is Spider-Man? Who isn't Spider-Man?
Everyone
That's
that's not
the real
Peter
question.
Parker is not
You're
Spider-Man.
Right. The point is, it's fun, and it's drawing a lot from more current comics with characters like Mr. Negative. There's a high emphasis on cinematic qualities to combat encounters, and it's gonna be open world, and the swinging looks like a lot of fun. There's a lot of thwip and thwip. It looks like a good time.
I love paying rent on time. Let's get back to the show.